Hello there, boxing fans around the world. Thank you for joining me once again for another episode of Boxing News Today here on Talk and Fight. We're going to start off with a little bit of an update on some of the exciting matches that we're looking forward to here at Talk and Fight. Among the very many that are going on around the world, on March 25th, you're going to see David Benavidez going up against Caleb Plant. April 1st, the big matchup between Anthony Joshua and Jermaine Franklin. Also on April 1st, Isaac Dogbo versus Robeisy Ramirez. Then we have on April 8th, Shakur Stevenson fighting Shoichiro Yoshino. April 15th, a big one that the UK fans looking forward to, I'm sure. Joe Joyce going up against Xiaolai Zhang. On April 22nd, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia, the much ballyhooed fight that we're all looking forward to. And finally, on May 7th, Naoya Inoue versus Stephen Fulton Jr. So again, we got a whackload of good matches upcoming at a very top level, in addition to the many, many, many others that are taking place. And for the Canadian fans that are listening to me out there, on March 16th, we're looking forward to seeing Jean Pascal take on Michael Eifert, as taking place at the Place Bell Center in Quebec. And later on March 24th, you're going to see Christian Mabili take on Carlos Gongora over at the Montreal Casino in Montreal. Just thought I'd update you on a few of the upcoming matches that we're all looking forward to. Speaking of upcoming matches that we're all looking forward to, Oleksandr Usyk has already given away his game plan for the potential undisputed heavyweight clash between Tyson Fury, if it goes through on April 29th, by attacking his big belly, which is a prime target for his punches. And this is again written by my friend Charles Brunn over at BoxingNews24.com, great boxing writer. You might as well put a bullseye on Fury's flabby midsection, he continues, because that's where Usyk will aim his adipose tissue-seeking left-hand missiles on the night. Usyk repeatedly hitting Fury in the midsection could bring him to heel on the night and act as a guide. Usyk hasn't given up on his hopes for the fight getting made, but he's going to have to start thinking about his next fight if Fury continues to be stubborn and intractable. The haggling over the purse split could ultimately prevent the Fury versus Usyk fight from taking place, but Team Fury hasn't said yet who their plan B option is if the Usyk clash falls through, but hopefully it's not another journeyman like the last two fighters he fought. It's a bit too early to know if the Fury-Usyk fight will take place, but obviously they're running out of time because they won't promote the contest properly with it taking place next month. Quick sidebar, Anthony Joshua has said he feels sympathy for Usyk waiting on Fury negotiations, by the way. Said Oleksandr Usyk, quote, Tyson Fury is belly, big belly. Yes, of course, I'm going to punch his big belly every time. And that was it. That's his game plan for his fight against Tyson Fury. Fury's trainer, as we all know, Sugar Hill Stewart, will have the same tired game plan we've been seeing since his rematch with Deontay Wilder. In other words, we'll see a lot of holding and leaning by Fury. The way Fury fights now is simplistic, and he recycles it each time he fights without any variation whatsoever. That style has become Fury's bread and butter to wear his opponents down, and it's worked because he's fought stationary guys in his last three fights. A mover like Usyk, however, would make it very difficult for Fury to get his mitts on him to start the leaning, which could be a nightmare for him. In Fury's last fight in December against Derek Chisora, he looked bothered by the body shots he was getting hit with. Of the punches that Chisora threw in that fight, those were the ones that seemed to affect Fury the most. He clearly didn't like getting hit in his bread basket, as it's not well conditioned for taking shots. If Chisora were a better fighter, he would have aimed all his punches at Fury's midsection and forgotten about his head because he's difficult to hit due to his 6'9" height. There's a bit of an update for you on the Fury-Usyk fight. Moving across the pond, Floyd Mayweather made some comments regarding his recent quote-unquote fight that took place at the empty O2 Arena in London back on February 25th. The story by Alan Fox, again out of BoxingNews24.com, says Floyd Mayweather Jr. fired back in reaction to the many people that commented about the empty O2 Arena in London for his last exhibition match against the reality television personality Aaron Chalmers. Mayweather seemed bitter in firing back at the fans for them watching him look ridiculous fighting in front of an empty arena. You knew that eventually Mayweather's bank heists would wear thin with the public, and they would stop purchasing tickets for these dull exhibitions. In Mayweather's exhibition against Chalmers, we saw the beginning of the end because he's getting diminishing returns now. Looking at the former superstar Mayweather, who used to fight in front of huge sold-out arenas, reduced to fighting an exhibition in front of a few thousand fans against a non-boxer, it was pathetic and sad. Obviously, Mayweather is going to keep doing his exhibitions until they stop paying to watch them. Whoever put out the money to lease the O2 Arena for Mayweather's exhibition against Chalmers can't be too pleased. Still getting money, said Mayweather on social media, in what would seem like him letting his critics know that he got the last laugh because people are still paying him to do exhibition matches. Floyd then showed his caustic side, saying, "Stay out of other people's business. Stay in your lane." So for fans of Mayweather, that's how he feels. And on a last note, a bit of a sad news to pass along here. Hall of Famer Bobby Goodman has passed away. Hall of Fame boxing promoter, matchmaker, and publicist Robert Bobby Goodman passed away peacefully and comfortably at the hospital in Galloway, New Jersey on Sunday, March 5th, at the age of 83. Goodman, who spent 25 years with Don King Productions and Vice President, Boxing Operations, Matchmaker, and Director of Public Relations, was the son of another great boxing Hall of Famer, the late Murray Goodman. Boxing and his father were inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame and the New Jersey Boxing Hall of Fame, the only father-son duo to have achieved those honors. Bobby also received the Boxing Writers Association of America's James J. Walker Memorial Award for long and meritorious service in boxing in 1980. He was also inducted into the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame in 2009, the New York Boxing Hall of Fame in 2018, as well as the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame in 2019. Goodman and his father opened up their own firm on Madison Avenue, Murray Goodman Associates, and the pair handled boxing events for Don King Productions, Bob Arum's Top Rank, and Main Events. They also handled individual clients that included light heavyweight great Bob Foster, as well as heavyweight champion Ken Norton. Said Don King, Bobby Goodman was a great man, a dear friend, and an asset to the sport of boxing. He was a tireless worker and loved boxing and everyone who was a part of boxing. We will truly miss him and send our deepest condolences to his entire family. The Lord give and the Lord have taken away. During the years with Don King, Goodman promoted some of the biggest events in boxing history. For example, the Rumble in the Jumble between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, the Thrilla in Manila between Ali and Joe Frazier, and Sunshine Showdown with George Foreman and Joe Frazier, and two fights featuring Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard. So a great man will be lost indeed in the world of boxing, and we also pass along our condolences to his family and friends. Right, fans, that's it for today. It's all the news fit to print. Isn't Fury A-side? We wouldn't. Sorry, just reading a quick little comment here. Bobby was my mentor, said Jim Benamati. Very good. And a good friend. Many have tried and all failed. Good afternoon, Hotbed. About can you guess? Yes, right. Any news on Conor Benn? What's his name? I heard Conor Benn is fighting Manny Pacquiao. Why wouldn't he want more money? Well, does Floyd Mayweather really need any more money? That's the question. Journeyman. White was a WBC interim champion and number 3 guy in the division at the time. Chisora, this is about Tyson Fury. White was a WBC interim champion and number 3 guy in the division at the time. Chisora was just a stay busy fight. Stop hating. I don't hate Fury at all. He can be a bit loudmouth at times, but I certainly don't hate him. I'm looking forward to the Usyk fight, by the way, if it takes place, and that's the question. Tyson Fury haggled over his most recent fights, and he's seeking a bit too much money for this fight, obviously, and whether that fight can be made to take place in London at Wembley, who knows? I would like to see it happen, and would I like to see Usyk beat Fury? Well, look at the size difference, and look at what Fury said about him. Would you call him a cruiserweight? So at the end of the day, it would be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, Tyson Fury is one of my countrymen. Don't forget it. All right, boxing fans, thanks for joining me. Appreciate your help. And we'll see you tomorrow. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It helps. And beer me from time to time as well. So we'll see you later on at 4 p.m. Eastern Time when I join Mike Gore and Cedric Ben on their show, Knuckle Up. Thanks for joining me today. Thank you.